If we did a survey in this room and asked you simply, what do you sell? What would your answers be? And if we said that a product, a software tool, if that didn't count, what else do you sell other than that? I bet the responses would be very similar, regardless of where you are from in the world, regardless of what your specific specialty might be. We talk about the customer service that we sell. We talk about how we help our customers. We talk about all of these things that would make a list of all of the ways that you help your customers. Yet I would suggest if we did that same activity with one of your competitors, the answers would be much the same. The fundamental question is, what makes you different? When customers perceive that it's commoditized, in a sense of commoditization, they start worrying about pricing. But when they really realize the value that you bring, now all of a sudden it changes the game.
The year was 1982. My wife and I decided that we were going to step up our lives and our lifestyle, and so we drove to Dreyer and Reinbold BMW in Indianapolis, Indiana, where we were living. And we were met by Carl Nielsen, who to this day is the finest sales professional I have ever encountered. And even though we were just kicking tires, and even though we were going to go someplace else and buy something less expensive, that day we left the lot with our first BMW. But not only did we purchase that BMW, because of the experience that Carl created for us, we have become good customers of Dreyer and Reinbold BMW. He calls us constantly. He sends us cards on our birthdays and anniversaries. He has become someone that we rely on and depend on. He's not a sales professional. He is a concierge. He is a consultant. More importantly, he's a friend. But then we moved from Indianapolis to the Los Angeles area, where we started doing business with another BMW dealership. And because of the experience we had in Indianapolis, we purchased another car, and I'll refer to this car a little bit later on before we're finished up today, so please remember that Z3 that we had. And then we moved to Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, the experience here was good. It wasn't great like we'd had before. It was average. Then we moved to Las Vegas, and this was our new BMW dealership. And I'll never forget the first time that I walked in, and the salesperson walked up to me, and literally the first words he said, "Are you buying today or are you kicking tires?" Are you kidding me? What happened to Carl Nielsen and the ultimate customer experience, right? Now, I'm a loyal BMW driver and owner, so we did get a couple cars from them. But we vowed if we stayed there, we would never go back again. We returned to Indianapolis, and we bought more cars from Carl once again. But here's the question I'd be terrified of if I owned a BMW dealership. What if, instead of this being my first experience, what if the first dealership I walked into was the one that said, "You buying today or you kicking tires?" What would have happened if I would have had an average or inferior experience? The fact is, we just purchased our 18th BMW. Now, you got to think, that's over a course since the early 80s, and two of us both driving BMWs. But the fact of the matter is that one experience changed everything for us.